Most football betting channels only show you the wins. They disappear when things don't go to plan. So in this video, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to show you exactly how our football algorithm performed in May and what it means for the long-term performance of the strategy. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Stats Profit, where we turn football statistics into long-term profit. And please help me grow this channel by subscribing to it if you like the content. Perhaps you might want to share it with your friends. That will massively help my growth. All right. So Stats Profit, for those of you who don't know, is a data-driven football model that I've created, analyzing thousands of historical football matches in the aim of identifying value opportunities in one market only, and that is home wins. So no accumulators, no score predictions, no transfer rumors, no opinions, just pure data. All right. Now, here, if you look at the top of my spreadsheet, you can see I started the season with £7,500 and I operate on a risk of 5% of the initial balance. So what that means is 5% of the 7,500 is £375. And that means that each match throughout the season, we have staked £375 on every match. And the goal here is not to get rich overnight. The goal here is to generate positive returns over, hundreds of selections through disciplined staking and a proven process. So now let's look here at May. All right. So the opening balance for the month was 10,397. And you can see we placed 5 selections here and only 2 of those won. So it was a pretty bad month, with it being the last month. That gave us a strike rate of 40% for the month. Not great. And you can see here that if you look at the total stakes, £1,875, and you can see that the the losses here were 1,125, and it was a bad month. I mean, yes, we got a bit of profit, but if you take the losses and you deduct that from our profit, it actually left us with a £897 loss for the month, which was, probably, looking at the history, it's the biggest loss of the season, and it came on the last month of the season, and that gave us a minus 8.63% return on investment for the month. Now, if you just discovered this channel, these numbers might look a bit concerning, and that's kind of exactly why I think it's important to show them, because no genuine investment strategy wins every time and every month, and definitely not this football model. No trader does it, no investor does it, and certainly no betting system. So the real question isn't whether losing periods happen. The real question is whether the strategy remains profitable over the long term. So when we zoom out and we look at the bigger picture here, it looks very, very different. All right. So since the start of the season, you can see we've had 120 matches. 98 of these resulted in home wins, which is where we put our focus. And that gave us a strike rate of 82%. And the key thing here you can see is the average winning odds. We use Betfair for this, gives us a slightly better value in odds than the high street bookmakers, but ultimately it gives us that profit that we achieved throughout the season. So here you can see, despite the disappointing May result and the other losing months, we achieved for the whole of this season a total profit of £2,000. So our running balance 9,500, starting balance, remember, that's nice and easy, that was 7,500. So, yep, we're up £2,000, which is 26.67% return on investment for the football season. Remember, the football season is only 9 months. So in 9 months, that's what we achieved. We do operate on an annual basis, because if you add on the 3 months that football is not in action for, it is still a year. So, but yeah, it sounds better knowing that you achieved that sort of figure in 9 months. So if we look through the season month by month, you will see something interesting. We had strong winning months here. So February, March, October, and those strong periods they're what's allowed the strategy to sort of absorb the losing months like May, like September, also December and January. Um, and this is one of the biggest mistakes people make when evaluating football betting systems. They judge them over like 5 selections or 1 month when the real edge only becomes visible across a large data size. All right. And this is why strike rate alone doesn't tell the whole story. Because even though May only produced 2 winners from 5, the overall model continues to maintain an 82% win rate across the whole football season. Now, 1 month does not define a strategy. What matters is whether the underlying process continues to identify value opportunities, and that's exactly what we'll continue to track publicly on this channel. Now, with the season complete, the focus now turns to reviewing the full performance of the model. So my next video, I'll give an overview of the season, the whole football season in more detail. We'll look at the strongest months, we'll look at the weakest months, and most importantly, whether the data continues to justify the strategy sort of moving forward. So if you enjoy transparent football data, performance tracking, seeing what happens when a betting strategy is tested over the long term, please subscribe to the channel. Every month, I publish these results exactly how they happen, the good months, the average months, and the difficult months. So if you want to follow the journey, see how the numbers develop over time, please hit the subscribe button and join us for the next update. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next Stats Profit review.